What's going on, guys? Today we're diving into one of the most intense Cable stories ever told. The tale of Cable and Avery in Salvation Bay. The dystopian future showcases what happens when a techno-organic virus runs rampant through society, creating a devastating class divide that's about to reach its breaking point. Let's get into it. It's high noon, thousands of years in the future. The world we once knew is gone, replaced by the cold reality of Salvation Bay, a city divided by disease and greed. Cable, a hardened time-traveling soldier, has fought across countless timelines, battled enemies that would make gods tremble, but never found someone who truly understood what it meant to carry the techno-organic virus within them. That is, until Avery Ryder. I've spent lifetimes fighting, Cable narrates as our story opens, but I've never met anyone like Commander Ryder, someone who shares my condition, someone who fights with the same fire. The helicopter blades cut through the hot air as Cable and Avery prepare to launch themselves into their next mission, intercepting a prison train hurtling down the tracks at 200 miles per hour. Without hesitation, they leap from the chopper, the wind rushing past them as they land with precision on the speeding metal monster below. The Prime Conclave thinks they own this city, Cable growls as they immediately engage with heavily armed soldiers. They've spent years living in their ivory towers while the infected suffer in the slums. Today, we're just a distraction. The battle erupts across the train. Cable's techno-organic arm gleams in the sunlight as he fires at the Conclave guards. "You know what I like about you, soldier," Avery shouts over the gunfire. "You never waste time talking about the odds." They fight back to back, moving as one unit, covering each other with a synchronicity that can only come from absolute trust. But this isn't about the fight, it's about what waits inside. Intelligence that could change everything for the Resistance. The real mission belongs to the Resistant fighters, Cable explains as they push forward. "We intercepted chatter about prisoners breaking into the Conclave's secret archives, information we couldn't let slip away. Just as they breached the main car, the situation changes. A bullet slices through the air. A sniper attacks from an unknown position. The extraction window is closing fast as Cable and Avery find themselves pinned down. With seconds to spare, Cable grabs Avery and makes an impossible leap towards their extraction helicopter. "We somehow got out in one piece," Cable remarks. "The train wasn't so lucky." As they hang from the helicopter's landing skids, Avery flashes that devil-may-care smile that becomes her trademark. "If I didn't know better, soldier, I'd think you were showing off for me." Cable gives her a rare smirk. "Careful, Commander. If you keep this up, I might drop you." But their moment of victory is watched from afar. Through the scope of a high-powered rifle, we see a mysterious figure, Cicada, tracking their escape. "Run all you want, soldier," Cicada mutters with venom. "One day, you'll pay for what you've done. This isn't over." Back at Resistance headquarters, hidden within Salvation Bay's infected district, the true weight of their struggle becomes clear. The prisoners they helped rescue have stolen something invaluable: security protocols for the Conclave's largest Spark refinery. Spark, the drug that suppresses virus symptoms, keeping the infected population dependent and controlled. But amidst this victory comes devastating news. The Resistance doctor pulls Avery aside, his face grim. "The virus has metastasized in your lymphonodes and lungs," he tells her, voice heavy with regret. "You have months, a year at most." When Cable learns this, his reaction is explosive. The man who's watched civilizations rise and fall, who's witnessed the death of galaxies, can't accept losing Avery to the same virus that plagued him for centuries. "You need to rest. You need to stop fighting," Cable demands, his voice thundering through the Resistance base. What happens next shows exactly who Avery Ryder is. She doesn't break down. She doesn't retreat. Instead, she drives her fist across Cable's face with enough force to snap his head back. "I'm not going to waste away in some hospital," she roars. "I'd rather die on my feet, fighting for something that matters." The tension between them crackles like electricity. Cable, the man who's always thinking about the bigger picture, about timelines and consequences. Avery, focused solely on the present, on making every moment count. I'm looking out for you, Cable insists, thinking about the bigger picture. Every step's closer, fury in her eyes. Stop focusing on the bigger picture and start focusing on the greater good. Their argument hangs in the air between them, and then something changes. The anger transforms into something else entirely. And before either can stop, they're kissing. Years of shared struggle and understanding culminating in this one explosive moment. Later, we find them together in bed, defenses finally down. It's here we learn about what drives them both. I had a kid sister, Lucy, Avery reveals, staring at the ceiling. She got the virus when she was 8. No access to Spark, no treatment. That's why I fight, so what happened to her never happens to anyone else. Cable nods, understanding loss better than most. I raised a girl named Hope. He confesses, she was the best part of me. When I lost her, I was broken. I've been running ever since. Avery turns to face him, her fingers tracing the lines where flesh meets metal on his arms. I forgot you're not like the rest of us, soldier. It's not just your powers. You faced the virus alone. The virus we've got, it's tragic and unfair, but it's what brought us together. Cable's response is measured, cautious. The way you talk about it almost sounds beautiful, but for me, the virus only taught one lesson: never get too attached. Her eyes lock with his, unwavering. Maybe it's time we learn a new lesson, cowboy, because it's never about how much time we've got left. All that matters is how we use it. That night, Cable and Avery prepare for their most daring mission yet, an assault on the master refinery, the heart of the Conclave's power. Taking out a guard with brutal efficiency, Cable mutters, the drug inhibits various symptoms, the perfect tool for keeping the masses in check. It's high time someone settled the score. But the Conclave isn't giving up their prize without a fight. The area suddenly erupts in chaos, a storm of synthetic flesh followed by a telekinetic shockwave that knocks them back. The Conclave wasn't just making spark. Looks like they've been cooking up some twisted guard dogs to protect their prize. Cable observes grimly as horrific mutated creatures advance towards them. The battle that follows is savage and desperate. Avery is hurled against a wall, knocked unconscious. Cable steps in, facing the creatures alone, fighting with everything he has. But even he has limits. His techno-organic arm begins to fail, crumbling under the strain. In that moment, just when all seems lost, Avery regains consciousness, disoriented but determined. She sees Cable overwhelmed and losing ground. With a primal scream, she launches herself back into the fight, driving a blade deep into one of the mutated guards. As the dust settles, victory seems within reach, until Avery turns to see Cable collapsed on the ground. Horror washes over her face as she realizes what's happening. "Oh God," she whispers, her voice breaking. "The virus, it's killing him." And this is where our story pauses, hanging in this moment of crisis. Cable, the man who survived across time itself, now faces his greatest enemy from within. And Avery, already living on borrowed time, must find a way to save the one person who truly understands her. Cable and Avery's story isn't just about battling an oppressive regime. It's about finding purpose when time itself becomes your enemy. It's about choosing how to spend whatever moments you have left, and whether those moments are better spent fighting alone or standing together. So what do you think happens next? Can Avery save Cable? Will they bring down the Conclave? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you want to see more comic breakdowns like this one, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, thank you for watching. Peace.